Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you my reading goals for 2023. I'm not really a New Year's resolution type of person. I feel like if there's something that I want to improve on, I don't need like a specific date to like start it. But definitely I do like reading goals for the year. I feel like it gives me some structure for how I want to kind of read throughout the year, things I can improve on, all those type of things. So here are my top 5 goals for the new year. First up, this is one that I do every year, and it is to read 50 books. I think like 50 books for me is a feasible, it's not like, I'm not overreaching with this one. Sometimes I just barely get to 50, sometimes I read like 60 or 64, but I feel like it is a good attainable goal for me to kind of strive for, and it keeps me kind of, always kind of on my toes, because it's not something that is, I'm not being overzealous and kind of overshooting with this one. Like, I feel like it's a good solid goal that is doable for me, but one I feel accomplished doing, because 50 books in the year is still pretty good, and I still feel pretty proud when I get to that 50. And so yeah, I think this is just kind of a good kind of range to kind of aim for throughout the year. My main one here, this is like my main goal of the new year, is to definitely conquer my TBR, especially in 2022. My book buying habits just got out of control, and I really want to focus on saving money and focusing on books that I already currently own. And so this way I have like a really ginormous TBR. I don't even know how many books are on my TBR at this point. Basically 2 bottom shelves worth of books are on my TBR at this point, and I really just want to focus in on reading the books that I have and just kind of determining if they're like ones I like or just don't like, and then as reading them I can kind of bring them to half price books if I don't like them at the end of the day. So yeah, this I'm looking at my TBR shelves right now. It is very intimidating, but I think it is definitely something that at the end of 2023 I feel like I would, especially focusing on the books that I currently own, I feel like I'll be able to really kind of bring it down a notch and have a more attainable TBR pile. And kind of tying into kind of the conquer the TBR theme of 2023, my next kind of goal is to I'm only allowed to purchase 14 books throughout the year. So you're probably wondering why 14 instead of 12, like a book a month. 14 is just my lucky number, and then it gives me some wiggle room too. If there is like Louise Penny's new book that came out in November, I wait until it comes out on paperback, even though it's a book that I already read, like those type of things for books that I've read, but I want the paperback edition. And there are a few books here already that I know I've just pre-ordered, and they're ones that I'm excited about, but I'm still including it in my 14, and I feel like 14 books throughout the year won't put such a damper on my TBR pile right now, especially if I'm conscientious of how I'm spending my money on books, and like, so it makes me really focus on books. Do I just want to buy this for the sake of buying a new book and kind of the endorphin rush that I get when buying books, or do I really want to purchase a book that I'm really excited about to read? So I feel like this mindset will not only change my spending habits, but it will also, and have like a better relationship with just saving money, but also really allow me to focus on the books that I currently own, not the ones that I want. So if that makes sense. This is one that I think helps with the like kind of the book buying ban or the book buying limit of the year, and it is to utilize the library. I definitely, ever since I had my hand surgery and I couldn't hold a physical book, I used a lot of the resources from the library to get ebooks from them, and I do think that is really useful. I do, like I said, especially if it's a new release that I don't want to get in hardback, I can definitely get that from the library, and I think it's just good way to support your community. It's good for the wallet, and especially especially because I'm looking at some of the books that I have, they're really big and sometimes they're just hard to hold. So if I can just get an ebook version of that, I find that I read through them a little bit quicker as well, so it just makes things a little bit easier kind of moving forward. And lastly, I want to shop local. In my town, we have this cute, adorable bookshop, and usually my boyfriend and I just like to go, like, we go into town like maybe twice a month, and we just like to look around at the bookshop, and they always have a good selection of books and books that I currently want to get, or like new releases that I'm interested in. And I'd rather that money, if I am going to buy a book that goes towards my 14 allotted books for the year, I'd rather that be invested back into my community than to, like, let's say Amazon. Even though I can get it cheaper, I'd rather my dollar go further within my community than kind of through Amazon. I will kind of switch it up between, like, if I can find it at my local bookstore, I'd get it there. If not, I would get it, you know, from Barnes & Noble, because I feel like, especially for some of like the books that come out in paperback, sometimes they're harder to find at the local bookshop, so I would just get those from, you know, Barnes & Noble. But I'd rather shop, like, focus more on the one in town than kind of defaulting to Amazon. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what some of your bookish resolutions are and all that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.